Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of cookie crazy kids in love that love reacting to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, we do.
So this is season 3, episode number 6 that we're checking out today. And if you want all of our reactions for this series, we've got a playlist for you. And we have early ad-free access on Patreon. Links in the description of this video. You can also see our full watch-along reactions that way.
Yeah.
Ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm back home now. My dad talks to me. Everything should be perfect, right?
My dad talks to me. Such a low bar.
Mm-hmm.
Forget it. I'll solve this myself.
I always gotta bust out. Ooh, the Avatar and the Fire Lord.
It's time you learned how the war began. Meet me on my home island on the day of the summer solstice.
Okay, Roku.
You need to know the story of your great-grandfather's demise. It will reveal your own destiny.
There it is! That's Roku's home!
There's nothing here.
Yes, there is. An entire village, all completely buried in ash.
Damn.
It's never too early for a sitting with the court painter, Zuko. Make sure he gets your good side.
Wow.
Jeez.
What do you remember about our great-grandfather's history?
Fire Lord Sozin began the war, of course.
But how did he die?
He died peacefully, in his sleep. He was ancient.
Doesn't buy it.
What does it mean?
You're burning
Yeah.
it, dude.
The Fire Sages keep the secret history in the Dragon Bone Cat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hidden ink.
On paper that doesn't burn.
Awesome. You gotta get a door like that.
The final testament of Fire Lord Sozin.
Where are we going?
To visit our shared past. As I feel my own life dimming, I can't help but think of a time when everything was so much brighter.
You were friends with Fire Lord Sozin?
Back then, he was just Prince Sozin, and he was my best friend.
Say something to her.
Love is hard when you're young.
You don't have to tell me.
Don't worry, it gets better. Sozin and I shared many things.
It feels very Christmas Carol.
Did something happen to my father?
We're here to announce the identity of the next Avatar. Avatar Roku.
That's why this whole thing started? Jealousy?
He needed to travel the world so he could master the other elements.
Why aren't you packed yet, all-powerful Avatar?
It happened so fast. Everything's gonna be different now.
Here, I hope you're at least allowed to have this.
It's supposed to be worn by the Crown Prince.
I want you to have it.
Okay, not jealous. Good friend. What?
Do they have bathrooms in the spirit world?
As a matter of fact, they do not.
That seemed unnecessary.
It was the place where I was trained to master airbending, and also where I met an old friend of yours, Monk Gyatso.
No way!
Check this out.
He's air surfing. I can't believe I never thought of that.
Rough landing.
Some friendships are so strong, they can even transcend lifetimes. Waterbending was especially challenging for me, but in time, I mastered it as well. I moved on to the Earth Kingdom. My earthbending master, Sud, was uncompromising and a lifelong friend. It was bitter work. The results were worth it.
That's impressive.
Yep. 12 years took them. They want Aang to do it in like 12 months.
Customarily, my subjects bow before greeting me, but you're the exception.
He was still my best friend. And a few months later, he was my best man.
It's that girl who didn't even know you were alive.
Tamin. I was persistent. And being the Avatar doesn't hurt your chances with the ladies.
Yeah.
We look to the future with optimism and joy. I had my own vision for a brighter future.
He's gonna tell me why he wants to conquer the world.
I've been thinking hard about the state of the world lately.
Sozin, it's my wedding. Have a cookie. Dance with someone. Lighten up. Our nation is enjoying an unprecedented time of peace and wealth.
Let's screw it up.
Exactly what I was thinking.
In our hands is the most successful empire in history. It's time we expanded it.
The 4 nations are meant to be just that. 4.
Roku, you haven't even stopped to consider the possibilities.
This is the last I want to hear about this.
That was my first real test as the Avatar. Unfortunately, it was many years before I learned that Sozin had gone ahead with his plan, despite my warning. How dare you occupy Earth Kingdom territory?
How dare you address your Fire Lord this way?
Don't challenge me. It will only end badly.
Just for you. Oh. Shit.
Screw your palace.
Technically, it's the Earth Kingdom Palace.
I'm letting you go in the name of our past friendship, but I warn you.
There's a mistake.
A single step out of line will result in your permanent end. I spend most of my spare time here at my home.
No.
Roku's island was 100 miles away, but I could still feel it rumbling.
This is amazing, Roku. You're battling a volcano, and you're winning.
My success didn't last, Aang.
Mm-hmm. So you get the hell out of there.
Battling the elements was hard enough. I had to do it while I could barely breathe. The poisonous volcanic gases were overwhelming.
It's all right, Bang. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Need a hand, old friend?
Sozin?
It's not a moment to waste.
Damn.
Don't breathe the toxic gas.
Toxic gases everywhere. Oh, right in the face.
Please.
Without you, all my plans are suddenly possible.
I have a vision for the future, Roku.
Oh.
That's me, isn't it?
Make sense of our past, Aang, and restore balance in the world.
With Roku gone and the great comet returning, the timing was perfect to change the world. I knew the next Avatar would be born an air nomad, so I wiped out the air temples. But somehow the new Avatar eluded me. I wasted the remainder of my life searching in vain. The Fire Nation's greatest threat, the last Airbender.
That can't be it. Where's the rest of it?
That's it. He wasted the rest of his life.
You sent this, didn't you? I found a secret history, which, by the way, should be renamed the history most people already know. The note said that I needed to know about my great-grandfather's death, but he was still alive in the end.
He wasn't. Sozin was your father's grandfather. Your mother's grandfather was Avatar Roku.
Oh.
Understanding the struggle between your 2 great-grandfathers can help you better understand the battle within yourself.
Evil and good are always at war inside you, Zuko. It is your nature, your legacy. What happened generations ago can be resolved now by you. You alone can cleanse the sins of our family and the Fire Nation. Born in you, along with all the strife, is the power to restore balance to the world. It's supposed to be worn by the Crown Prince.
Even after Roku showed him mercy, Sozin betrayed him like that? It's like these people are born bad.
I don't think that was the point of what Roku showed me at all. Roku was just as much Fire Nation as Sozin was, right? Their story proves anyone's capable of great good and great evil. And I also think it was about friendships.
Do you really think friendships can last more than one lifetime?
I don't see why not.
Well, scientifically speaking, there's no way to prove that.
Oh, Sokka, just hold hands.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love that Toph asked that question, and that and the ending there. Though not enough Toph this season, I will say. She's kind of taking a backseat a little bit, and need some more Toph. But this was great getting the history in this episode.
I did think that the Avatar's love interest looks so much like Zuko's mother. So I'm glad at the end when they kind of tied a bow on the fact that, like, yeah, it is his direct lineage. Great story. I mean, terrible story. The Fire Lord is just historically always an asshole. It's pretty much what I'm taking away from this.
That's not what it was. That's not the message.
I think it is kind of the message. The Fire Lord's just always going to be assholes.
He just said at the end there that it doesn't matter, like, if you're a Fire Lord or not, like, because that you will.
The Fire Nation, they were talking about if you were in the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
I'm not saying if you're in the Fire Nation, you're destined to be an asshole. But if you're Fire Lord, you're destined to be an asshole. That's what I'm taking away from it.
He wasn't the first Fire Lord. There were Fire Lords before him who had, like, peace and prosperity, and they had a great nation. And then the Sozin comes along, and the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's like, yeah, it'd be great if everyone had if everyone lived in prosperity or whatever, but they must do so like, and I'm the only one that can give them. That's where you cross the line and start to go down that villain path when you think you're the only one that can do good in the world.
Do you think he really meant that, though? Do you think he really meant, like, oh, we have so much, let's share it? I definitely think that was just his PR campaign, and he didn't mean that at all. I think he was someone who's like, I want to blow shit up, but I'm going to say I'm doing it for the right altruistic reasons, and that'll get people on board with it.
I think he meant it. I think he meant it in a way that because I mean, these people, like when you're born like in royalty and you live in and you're born to be like the king of a nation or whatever, if it's already great, you don't get credit for like keeping it great. You only get credit for fucking, like the only thing that can happen is you can screw it up. Right? So there is no legacy for the person that kept a great nation going.
True.
So these I say these people, but just because
these people, these rich people,
yeah,
these royalties.
I feel like they have this sense of, well, you're trained to be like a king, like you're just told that you're like so special, and the world does like revolve around you, especially like if you're like king of a nation, like
especially back in old times when it was considered that like you were ordained by God.
Yeah. And so he wants to put his stamp on the world and create his legacy. Like, and it's like people are just so obsessed with like immortality and their legacy, and so I think that's what he was trying to do. Like, I think he did want to bring peace and prosperity to it all, but like it had to be him because he had to get credit for it, because he had to be written in the history books as a person that did it all. So yeah, that was what I gained from it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
feel very strongly about it. I like it.
I don't know. Maybe it's I've never sought that quest for immortality and legacy and like been like so obsessed with it that it's just like, so I don't really get it, and like more often than not it leads to bad things and war and death and like conquering, and especially in like the olden times when you want to expand your empire and everything. Like, it's just like Alexander the Great or the Roman Empire. Like, you want to just like expand your empire and teach everyone your ways and make the savages learn how to live like respectable lives and learn your religion and all this other bullshit. So yeah. Anyways, other than that, I'm kind of pissed at Roku. Like,
really?
Well, yeah. If he was trying to save the turtle ducks on the island, I get it. But like that island was gone. And like the people were out of the way. What was he saving? Why did he have to keep fighting that volcano? Was that a pride thing? Like I can conquer a volcano. This is my legacy.
I mean, to everything you just said about what's his name, Chosen?
You want to say Chosen?
I keep wanting to say it, and then I'm like, no, it's not that.
It's Chosen. It's
Chosen?
Chosen. Something like that.
We'll go with that for now. Sorry if we have it wrong. I do think like when you are the Avatar, when you have mastered all the elements, when you're told you're on this earth to protect it, to do good, then conquering a volcano is like Chosen's conquering of another nation. It's like you have this sense that you are entitled to it or destined to it.
Also invincible, because being like the Avatar is like there's no challenge you can't meet and beat.
But oh my God, for his dragon to go down and curl up with him just to die, that was, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that this was animated and quick so that I could just kind of like not take that all in.
Yeah.
Because that was a heartbreaking moment.
But like imagine how pissed you would be at me if I did that. If like you were on the boat and like I was like, no, I gotta stop this volcano. It's like, you know, it's a thing now. All right.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you know that. That's good, baby.
Yeah.
I'm glad you know that.
Especially if like, you know, as I was fighting it, like Bucky comes and he curls up next to me like when the lava comes.
You better hope the lava gets you, because if I get you, it's going to be a whole lot worse.
Yeah, I know, Bucky. I know. Don't worry. The lava's not going to get you right here. You can still cuddle up with me. Iroh, still not giving up on Zuko. I mean, he had his hurt feelings and had to work it out. He went to the gym, got his rage out. Got swole, and now he's just got to go back to his mission of helping Zuko.
And I do find it interesting how he talks about how, you know, because we have been talking about destiny and whatnot, how he kind of essentially says that it's Zuko's destiny to have, like, this good and evil waging war in him. Which, that's true for all humans, like, right? Like, we all have to choose good behavior, bad behavior, kindness, cruelty, like, we have to make those decisions in small ways and big ways throughout the journey of our life. And Zuko's no different, but it sounds a lot grander and you're like, but it's your lineage from an avatar and a famous emperor. And like, you know, it's not your fault that you're constantly battling with being a complete asshole. That's just what you're supposed to do. That's you fulfilling your destiny. Puts a nice spin on it. Iroh's, you know, giving him a little bit of an out for his behavior recently.
So if you want to jump ahead to the next few episodes, then check out Patreon. We got the link down below in the description of this video. You get early ad-free access that way and see our full watch-along reactions. Thanks for seeing our reaction for Avatar: The Last Airbender, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.